Hello students, lecture 66. In this video lecture, we will discuss some important question based on geography chapter first, that is resources and development. So first question based on this chapter is classify or the classification of resources and their examples. So question is explain the classification of resources with two examples of each, or what is the classification of resources, explain each with examples. So resources can be classified as on the basis of their origin. Resources on the basis of their origin are biotic and abiotic. Biotic resources are living, they involve flora and fauna, and abiotic resources are non-living. These resources includes all metals, non-metals, rocks, mountains, etc. Next is resources on the basis of their exhaustibility, that what resource will exhaust in near future. They are renewable resources, the resources which can be renewed after continuous use, for example solar energy, tidal energy, wind energy, etc. Next type of resource on the basis of exhaustible, non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources occur due to a very long geological process and they may finish in near future. They are minerals, fossil fuels, etc. Next, third category of the resources is on the basis of ownership. Resources on the basis of ownership are individual resources. Individual resources are farmlands, your house, car, truck, bus, which are possessed by an individual. Second is community owned resources. The resources which are used by large number of people at one time. Public parks, grazing grounds, burial grounds are examples of community owned resources. Next category of on the basis of ownership, national resource. Technically speaking, every resource is a national resource. Country has right to possess any resource. Even though some of the resources like Indian railways, transportation, public transportation, public schools, public hospitals, etc. are examples of ocean water. Ocean water also up to 20 nautical miles. That is, 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.6 kilometer on land are the national resources. International resources, the oceanic region, the oceanic area beyond 200 nautical miles of the exclusive economic zones EEZ belong to international resource, and countries develop their method of using these resources simultaneously with mutual understanding. Next is resources on the basis of status of development. On the basis of status of development, first one is the potential resource, the resource which have not been put to use but are found in a particular region and have potential to satisfy people's need in future, like Rajasthan and Gujarat can be utilized for their solar and wind energies. Developed resources, it includes resources which are surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for their utilization are called developed resources. For example, mature forest. Other human resources are doctors, teachers, professors, lawyers, etc. are also can be counted as developed resources. Next is the stock. This is stock is an exception over here. Stock are the materials in the environment which have the potential to satisfy human needs but cannot be used because of technology. First of all, either technology is not available, or if technology is available, then it is very costly, everybody cannot use. For example, water is a stock of two inflammable gases, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Next category of resources on the basis of ownership is reserve. Reserve is a sub-part of stock resources. These are these resources can be used with the existing technology, and the technology is known how to, like lakes, dams, forest, water in dam are the examples of reserve resources. Next is so that is all about this question, classification of resources and their examples. So this question can be asked as a whole for 5 marks, or in parts can be asked for 3 marks. So next question of this chapter is the 3 stages of resource planning India, or explain the 3 stages of resource planning in India, that in what way the resources are planned in India. So the first stage of resource planning is identification and inventory of resources across the country. Inventory means recording them. Inventory means recording them. And this stage involves surveying, mapping, qualitative and quantitative estimation of resource. Surveying means going on the site and checking them, mapping, marking them on the map, and then checking their quality and quantity is the first stage of resource planning. Second stage is developing a planning structure combined with proper technology, skill, and institutional setup for implementing resource development plan. In simple terms, we can say that what technology do we have and what technology is needed for exploring those resources from the nature. And third stage is matching the development plan with overall national development plan, that whatever plan we develop, it should be part of national development plan. So 3 stages of resource planning in India is one of the most important question of this chapter. Next question based on this chapter is that explain the factors on which land utilization depends, or what are the factors affecting the land utilization. About land utilization, it includes various activities, and one similar I want to make it clear, one similar article is that land use pattern. So generally it develops a confusion in the student, that land utilization. So utilization includes various activities for which land is used, and land use pattern includes the percentage wise statistical data of the used land. So we'll discuss here the land utilization, factors affecting the land utilization. First one is the forest. First factor is forest, or first land utilization is done in forest. About 27% of our land is covered with forest, and forests are an interface of our ecological balance. As per geographers or the ecological scientists, it is believed that 33% forest cover is required for healthy ecology, but we have 27%. So our ecology is suffering by 6% laxity of the forest. Second factor is land not available for cultivation. Some lands are bad land with continuous use, or barren or waste. So these lands are put to non-agricultural uses and some other activities, that is building of roads, factories and other settlement area and construction area. Other uncultivated land. Another factor is other uncultivated land. This includes the pasture grazing lands, land under miscellaneous tree or the tree groves or orchards, that is fruit gardens, etc., and cultivable wasteland left uncultivated for more than 5 years or so. Next category is fallow land. Fallow means the land which is losing its fertility due to continuous use and is left to regain its fertility is called fallow. So fallow land is divided into 2 parts. Current fallow, that is for the current agricultural year, Any land which is not cultivated in a particular agricultural year is called current fallow. Second type is other than current fallow. This is the land which has lost almost its fertility and left means without cultivation for more than 1 year and to a maximum of 5 years period is called other than current fallow. Then last factor is NSA, net sown area, and gross cropped area. So gross cropped area is the area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus net sown area, NSA, is called gross cropped area. So this is what is the land utilization in India. Next question of this chapter is of this video is, what are the major land degrading factors? Land degrading factors, explain each with examples. So land degrading factors are mostly, that is 95% of our need are met through needs of food, shelter, clothing are obtained from land. Human activities have not only contributed to land degradation but also have aggravated, means increased the pace of natural forces to cause damage to the land. Some human activities which are causing land degradation, for example, deforestation, cutting of trees large number, overgrazing, grazing cattle at one place continuously, mining, digging and extracting minerals from the earth with the help of machines, quarrying is a manual extraction of, and some irrigation also are the factors. Now we'll discuss all these factors area wise, in which area which factor is most important. So mining is one of the most important land degrading factors in the states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh. Here mining is done at a large scale and scars are left after mining work is over. That causes land degradation. In the states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, overgrazing is the major cause of land degradation. Overgrazing. And third is in the states of Haryana, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh and other central plains, over irrigation is most importantly causing land degradation, as this is the large agricultural area and due to continuous irrigation, that is underground water is alkaline, saline, so it adds salty effect to the soil and soil becomes unfit for further use. So these are some of the land degrading factors and which are causing problem or making land unfit for further use. So that's all for this video. Keep on watching and follow the question answers given in the description area. Thank you very much.